Did a swan really attack me? Yes, it did. It charged me. I didn't get my phone out in time to record it, but I did record the drama that occurred afterwards, so stay tuned. Well, good day to you. Welcome to this channel, such as it is. And thank you for all my new subscribers. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. And, I have this senior goal, a senior goal. I want to get to at least 10,000 subscribers. And here's why. I have a friend who works with an airline, and she told the HR people at the airline that I have a YouTube channel. And they said, oh, great, we could offer her a free cruise. But then she needs to have 10,000 subscribers. I'm like, yeah, okay. Anyway, but it would just be fun to have 10,000 subscribers. So let's see what we can do, people. And if I get the free cruise, I'll definitely be videotaping it because that's what would be the purpose of it, and telling you how it went. So let me tell you a story about our camping trip, the first one for the year. It's not the only one. We battled with the wind and we won. You have others in the wings, but it was definitely a windstorm battle. And here's a picture of me after we finally got the tent up. This is what I look like. I'm laughing now because if I look a bit red, it's because I'm having a heat up. I will never be done this menopause. What I wanted to tell you was that we were very fortunate in that we had this great weather. It was in the high 20s Celsius. And the first night it only went down to 19, second night 18. So that was like amazing for sleeping. I was concerned about Stanley because he likes to sleep out in the tent area. And I like to sleep inside the vehicle. Like I like some comfort. So I sleep on a 4-inch foam mattress. And it is really comfy for me. And I think it keeps me off the ground more. So I feel warmer. Every day was a nature show for us. There was a family, first of all, of mom, dad, Canada Goose, and 6 babies that came up out of the Jordan River up onto the shore right by where we were camping. Then in the evening, I'm not sure why birds choose what they do, but in the evening we had a flock of European geese come up. In the morning, our first morning there, you could see the fish jumping in the river. We talked with some local people, and it turns out it was salmon, and they were stirring up the crayfish in order to have a good feed. We had ducks, we had geese, we had sheep, which were just down the river. We had all kinds of birds that you can imagine. And then one evening, our third night there, none of the other birds were around, and a swan came up the river. That was so nice. He was very peaceful looking and just swam around. Stanley and I were sitting in our screen porch area watching what was going on, and then I realized that the swan was not letting the geese go down into the river. I said to Stanley, I'm going to go down and help out those geese. I'm going to get that swan away from there. He said, you're going to fight with nature? I said, no, I'm just going to help out the geese. As I went down the bank, the swan charged me.
Want your picture taken? Right?
My first thought was, I've got my iPhone in my hand. What if I have to run up the hill and I lose my phone? What if this bird bites me? That was the second thought. As it turned out, I stood my ground, and he just then circled around in front of me. See how his wings are up? He's on guard. He's letting me know, like, I'm in charge. Not me, Susan. The bird. The bird is in charge. So, and the geese were watching me. I was sure that they knew what I was doing, that I was trying to help them. So I picked up a stone and I threw it just short of the bird. I wasn't trying to hit the bird, the swan. I just wanted to scare it down the river a little bit. So I kept doing that. And eventually I actually walked down the left side of the river so that I could just continue doing that to chase the swan down. Again, I felt like the geese all like they knew what I was doing. There's the swan, and I kept plopping the stones down. Stanley's watching to see this show. Eventually, the birds, they all came up behind me and then they went down the bank and into the river. It was so neat to see. At this point, there was a number of families, so they all grouped together. And that was neat to see too, how they just got all the babies together. And then what they did, instead of going down the river towards the Swan, which is where they would normally go down, they went up the other direction. So, again, I'm sure they knew what I was doing. Here's Susan out there helping us. Okay, babies, let's go. I have more to share about our camping trip, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
Now this yard is big enough to share.